So let's start with the AWS Inspector. So what I'll be doing is I have two instances running for which you would have seen in the lab where we went and installed it via the load balancer, and all the data is encrypted on these instances. So if you go to any one of the instances here and you go to your volumes, you will see that the entire data is encrypted via a key, external key that we had created yesterday. So this is via one of the keys, and this is also via one of the keys. So it's via the keys that we had encrypted. The entire data is encrypted, and now I have to run inspector. So if I need to run inspector, I'll have to run it on an instances. I'll choose to take these two instances for our purpose. So if you go to inspector, now, once you go inside your inspector, you can see the assessment targets over here. So I already have an assessment target created for me on which I can click on preview target and I can see the agent status is healthy. So these are the two instances. If you want to create it again, you can do that by like we'll do it in this case. You can click on create over here and then you can call it for whatever name you want to do it. So I want to go and make it a reachability test and hyphen tags for my web server. So I can choose to include based on the tags. It can be this instance, if it can be this instance. So whatever instances I have, in short, I can take that because right now I want to include all the instances for the testing purpose. So I'll just go and take include all EC2 instances, and I will also ensure that AWS Inspector agent is installed. So now if I click on save over here, then if you see, you can go and first of all install agents with the run command, which should automatically go and install the agent for you. And then you can click on preview target and you will see the agent status. Remember, this being healthy is very important. If it's not set to healthy status, then your agents are not going to show you the exact data of the services, so and the tests which are happening. So it's very important that it should be healthy, so that the test can actually work. So you can click here and that's it. Now there are certain scenarios in which these agents are not automatically installed. So in that case, what we do is we go and manually install the inspector agents inside our instance. So let's see, assuming that if it were not installed, what I would have done, let's see it for both the instances. You just have to click on the connect button here. The username has to be Ubuntu only, and then click on connect. So basically we have the commands. So what you can do is just go install inspector agent and you can just write EC2. So AWS has the documentation for it. You just have to go simply and copy paste the commands as it is and run it over here. So let's try it out. So first thing first, it will tell you that you have to run this command wget. So wget will go and install it. So what I will do, I will go and create a folder over here, something like let's say inspector hyphen agent, so that whatever I do will be inside that folder only. So right now this folder is empty. Let's go and do that. I have the package ready with me, which is this install. Then let's go and get the commands here. So curl this command and this, and once it is all done, actually you just have to go and make install. So that you can do by sudo bash and install. So let's do that now. So for that, just go copy this and sudo bash. Okay, my bad. Sudo bash and install. So once everything is done, it should actually install the agent. So this is in that scenario if your services were not working. In that case, it will happen. So in this case, my agent is actually installed. And if in case you want to see how the agent is, and if you want to remove it, you can just go and do a sudo rm run rm install and it should go and remove it. So in my case, my install should be there. So it tells you that by installing this and this, and you have created an agent, and the install script was same. So this is a way of going and installing the agents inside the machine. So let's do the same for the second one also. Though even though it says that the agent is there, but there's no harm in actually going and getting the username. Now, one advice, if you are ever confused about the usernames that you should be using over here, no worries. You can also always click on the SSH client and that is also going to tell you. So in this case, let's select Ubuntu because that happens to be a Ubuntu machine. So let's go and copy the first command, which was wget install here. And here also we'll go and create a folder by, let's say, inspector-agent, and then cd inside that wget. Once that is done, go and copy this curl, and once that is there, you just have to go and run this command sudo bash and install. So let's do that final command here. And once everything is done, you should again see that the agent has started to run over here. First of all, it goes and stops the service, and after that it goes and installs it again, and then the agent actually is started again. So that's how it works. So if everything is good now, we can go back to our inspector. And let's go to, if you have any findings, it will all show up over here. So first of all, it's important to go to the assessment targets and see if the agents are indeed installed. It says healthy and healthy, and it was updated a minute ago. So we are good with this. Now the next part is to go and do a run. So the run can happen based on the assessment templates, whatever you create over here. So let's go and create one. So let's say test hyphen network hyphen reachability, and the target name, whatever agent you created earlier. So run packages, what you want to do. I want to do a network reachability test, which I am doing for 15 minutes. Now it can apply for a specific machine also, like you have this, and like we did it earlier, you can go and run it for specific instances. So I'm doing this, and once done, you just have to click on the create and run, and it should be good. If you don't want the specific keys, that's also fine. You can just go and give the names. Rules over here I have set as, let's say, the CIS operating system security, which has to run for whatever duration you have. So if you click on create now, uh, then you just have to select that and you have to click on run. And based on that, the assessment test will start, and it will start to collect the data, and then it will generate a report for you that you can also see from your assessment runs. Or anyhow, if you have created a template, you can just go to the template and you can see the last run, what it is doing. Apart from that, you can also go to your assessment runs and you can see that what exactly is happening. So you can see the agent. So this one is ready. This one, it is now collecting the data from instance 2, and you can see the status over here. So it has been up for 30 seconds. Refresh and it will show you the status of the test that it is doing now. So as we said, in ideal scenarios, you should go and run it every week. You should create the target like that, it runs every week, but then again it depends on you. And once the test actually starts to work, it will sort the whatever findings it has based on the severity: high, medium, low, and informational. So that's how it actually works, and you can have a look at this one. So right now it is actually going and collecting the data, and once the data has been collected, if at all there is a problem, it will show up inside your findings over here. So that's how you work on your AWS inspector. Once everything is done, you only have to run it once. No worries, you can just go and delete the inspector targets over here. So once that is also done, you can go to your run. And right now, even if you try to delete it, it won't. The reason is that you already have assessment run which is working. Now have a look at this error, and this can actually tell you straight away that what is erroring out. So whenever you see error like this, the inside the JSON data, this is that you cannot be deleted because it is being used by assessment run ARN. So just by looking at this, you can understand that this assessment run is happening right now, and right now it is collecting the data. So that's the status of it, collecting data. So once that has been done, if you want, you can go and delete it then. So it's already going on in the agents, it's collecting data, which it will happen for 15 minutes right now. So once that is done, then if you want, you can go and delete your inspector agents and your inspector assessments. So that's it in your inspector. We will move to the quiz part now, and after that we will move to the next topic. Goodbye.